The pause thing, and it resumes recording. Still in the same video.
My dad didn't know that either.
Instead of uploading like 20 videos that are like 2 minutes long, or one 40-hour video, you just pause it whenever you don't want to keep recording.
Right. Okay. Parker, having fun? Dinosaur. What do they say?
The final Flyers game tonight too at 7 o'clock.
What does dinosaur say? Roar.
Unless they win
Say
again.
roar.
Oh yeah, the final of the
Roar.
this round. It'd be a shame if they worked their way all the way back to tie up the, and then they lose. Yeah.
Look at that.
God knows about the Eagles. They haven't even had like a preseason game.
Open?
Yeah. They're gonna go right into the game
Close.
without playing any games.
No.
Open? Then close it. No?
Okay. Are you cold? Cold? God, why do they have an area so much with nothing?
What?
Why do they have such a big area of nothing?
Probably because they don't have a lot. They're just surprised they don't have to constantly.
I want to know where
stopping
these
for-
cars are coming from. Next to us. We're all
Another
going in the same
lane.
direction.
Yeah, there was 2 lanes. They said to pick any lane.
But it doesn't quite tell you that if you pick a certain lane, everything's going to be on the left side.
Yeah.
Probably don't have that much. Just to like make it to where cars don't have to constantly keep stopping.
I don't know. The T-Rex. Friar Tuck.
See,
Yeah.
the audio file is only a half hour long.
Really?
It's only like 33 minutes.
They said it would take you an hour to get through it.
Yeah, very because of these long pauses. It's like a 10-minute lull or something. Like it's a SoundCloud thing. All the boomers were on there making comments like, "Oh, I should have reused a radio station." It's like, how the hell is that gonna work?
Right?
They do the drive-in movies. They have a,
Yeah, but all like you're not gonna be moving at the same pace constantly.
Yeah.
right.
And everyone's coming in at different
It's
times.
recording.
It's not like everyone's going through it at the
Starting with Velociraptor. Despite what you may have seen in movies, Velociraptor is not 6 feet tall, but actually about 3 feet tall, 6 feet long, and about 20 to 30 pounds. Just think of an extra scary turkey. We also know that at least one Velociraptor attacked a Protoceratops, the next dinosaur in this scene. This is thanks to the fossil of a Velociraptor and Protoceratops found, who died still locked in combat. The Protoceratops broke the Velociraptor's arm with its powerful beak, moments before they were both buried in sand by a landslide. The other dinosaur in the scene, Oviraptor, has an unfortunate name, meaning egg thief. When this dinosaur was discovered, it was found over a nest of eggs thought to belong to Protoceratops. After later research, scientists realized it was sitting on a nest of its own eggs.
I think they're talking about it. Did you stop it?
Yeah, we're not at that yet. Traffic clear.
Yeah. I think it's talking faster than
Because it's expecting you to keep going 5 miles an hour through it, but because someone at some point stopped, it's not creating like a snake in traffic where you stop very much.
after that one part, there's roaring. There's roar. Looks like he has a headache.
But the name stuck and is still debated if Oviraptor actually ate eggs.
As usual.
Here at Jurassic Quest, ours take theirs sunny side up every morning for breakfast. But on a more serious note, the 8 members of the Jurassic Quest security team would like me to inform you that we may have a very minor escape from one of our cages. The 7 security officers report that the dinosaurs that escaped are Tyrannosaurus Rex. Any assistance in spotting the creatures would be greatly appreciated by all 6 officers. Thanks!
Yet another dinosaur from Mongolia is the large Therizinosaurus you see here, with the long claws. The claws on its hands could grow up to 3 feet long, making them the longest claws in the animal kingdom.
Kind of like you.
Most of what we know about Therizinosaurus comes from animals closely related to it. The only fossils we have of this animal are its shoulders, arms, and hands. It is believed to be an herbivore, but we are still looking for more fossils to know for sure. The dinosaur next to it is a Lorotitan, lived in what is now eastern Russia. It's in a special group of duck-billed dinosaurs called Lambeosaurs, which are famous for the elaborate crests on their heads. These crests would have certainly served as display structures, but may also have been used in some Lambeosaurs as resonating chambers to make sounds used to communicate effectively through the herd. Speaking of communication, I've been directed to ask you all to keep an eye out for any free-roaming dinosaurs that may or may not be wandering around the park.
Hi, Park Ranger Marty here. Hope you're not mad at me about accidentally releasing the T-Rexes. Anyway, in this scene you see Xianchusaurus. Xianchusaurus is a tyrannosaur from China and is closely related to Alioramus from Mongolia. Both have awfully long nose.
we had this animal.
Xianchusaurus. We typically just call it
Just seems like
Pinocchio
it's,
Rex.
everything's way further away.
Now we travel to Argentina. The big animal you see in this scene is Giganotosaurus, arguably one of the largest meat-eating dinosaurs. Though it may look a lot like T-Rex, it's actually a much different animal. Unlike a T-Rex, it has 3 claws on each hand, a lighter bone structure, and teeth that were designed for slicing. Unlike a T-Rex's, which were meant for brushing through bones
Look at that
and
big
ripping heart
dinosaur.
tops open. Speaking of which, if you see one of our missing T-Rexes, please let one of our 3 security guards know where. Second largest in this scene is Carnotaurus, which means meat-eating bull because of the peculiar horns on its head. It might have used its horns as a weapon against other predators.
See the
It's a
dinosaur?
very funny-looking dinosaur, not just because of the horns, but because of its tiny little arms.
Quetzalcoatlus is the largest flying animal to ever take to the sky. It lived in what's now Texas because everything is built in Texas. It's named after the Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec feathered serpent deity. It had a wingspan of 36 feet. That's the same as a small plane.
Look at this
Standing like it is
pterodactyl.
here, it was the height of a giraffe, but would weigh less than 600 pounds. That's a lot, but it's incredibly light for an animal this size because it was doing everything possible to be as light as possible, including very hollow bones. This is necessary for it to achieve flight. Quetzalcoatlus was actually not a dinosaur, but a pterosaur.
Dinosaur.
Pterosaurs
Right
are a
next to you.
family of flying reptiles that lived at the same time as dinosaurs. Like many, but not all pterosaurs, Quetzalcoatlus had no teeth, unlike our missing T-Rexes who have very large teeth. Now, if you have any other questions about the creatures you see, go ahead and text that question to 844 Dino 411
Yeah, that's
or
right.
844
You can ask live
346
questions.
6411.
The big carnivore in here is Albertosaurus. Albertosaurus is a close relative of T-Rex, roughly half the size of a fully grown T-Rex. Albertosaurus is named after the Canadian province of Alberta, where almost all of the remains of Albertosaurus have been found. This makes Albertosaurus a Canadian
Like
dinosaur.
the dinosaur?
And if you listen very carefully, you can almost hear it apologizing.
about none of your friends seeing the dinosaur.
The other dinosaur here, Anzu, was named after a Mesopotamian bird demon. It is a large North American oviraptorate found in the Hell Creek Formation of South Dakota and had a beak with no teeth. Anzu is relatively a new discovery, and scientists are still trying to learn more about this creature.
Make sure that
The ones in this scene include Triceratops, Cosmoceratops,
Look,
Tyrannosaurus,
Parker, a horn-faced dinosaur.
Now, there are two families of ceratopsians, Chasmosaurians and Centrosaurians. Now, Chasmosaurians have two prominent eye horns above their eyes and a very large frill. Centrosaurians do not typically have prominent eye horns and tend to have smaller frills, but sometimes they have some rather ornate horns coming out of those frills. Now, if you'd like to learn more about ceratopsians or any dinosaur, you can text your questions to me at 844-DINO-411. That's 844-346-6411. And I'll be happy to help.
Text and ask you dinosaur.
This armored dinosaur is Ankylosaurus, also
Look,
known as
Parker, you got a
fused
present.
lizard.
You got a
Ankylosaurus was
dinosaur.
armored from head to
And look at
toe,
the,
with bits of bones on their skin
look
called
at that. The
osteoderms.
dinosaur duck.
They are
Then
known
take it out,
for having a bony club tail, which was used to swing back
See the-
and forth
the presents
as a
that you
weapon
get?
to deter predators.
That's how we got it.
Scientists have even
There's a
found
dinosaur,
T-Rex
and
fossil
there's a
with a
dinosaur
broken leg
duck,
that was
like a
shattered
rubber ducky
at about the
dinosaur,
same height as an Ankylosaurus tail
And then a
club.
watch, a shark
This
watch.
suggests that
Trying to make
Ankylosaurus
the
could
gun.
fight off a T-Rex and possibly even win.
That's what they had
The
in
animal
bag.
here is a
Want it?
Pachycephalosaurus,
Want it?
meaning thick-headed lizard, named after its thick, domed skull.
Ah,
It is often depicted as being used to headbutt each other for dominance.
we know a lot
But
of
some
people
scientists
like
think
that.
it is more likely used for display,
Heavy.
and that the large dome didn't grow until much later in life, which has implications for the next dinosaur in this scene, Draco Rex Hogwartsia. And if that sounds like something from a Harry Potter book, that's because it's from a Harry Potter book. The name actually means Dragon King of Hogwarts, because its skull looked a lot like the skull of a dragon. There's some who think that as this dinosaur aged, the shape of its skull changed, and that what we're really seeing here is a juvenile Pachycephalosaurus. But we won't know for sure until more fossils
Come
are
on,
found.
taking people so long.
I've got great news, everyone. Our brand new head of security, Lisa, has managed to locate one of the T-Rexes and lure it back to his area. That's great news because T-Rex is one of the most common favorite dinosaurs. So that means we can actually talk about the T-Rex entirely here while we have one of a quick look at it. The Tyrannosaurus Rex have the most powerful bite of any land animal, between 8,000 and 12,000 pounds per square inch. They needed such a powerful bite to crush the bones of prey, or even tear the roof of the car. The powerful bite wasn't the only trick that T-Rex had up its very short sleeve. It also had something called a septic bite. T-Rex had
That's the T-Rex up
It's
there.
way up there.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even like a, there was just much traffic.
It's like they trying to sell stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what's holding the line up. People are buying stuff. Let's just stop here. He turned it off because the T-Rex was up
I
here.
thought the T-Rex was all the way up there.
Because these people are messing up the
Traffic keeps stopping.
people are messing up the audio. That's something that we can write about. This is the first time they ever done anything like this, but you know, there's things that can be tweaked about it.
What they need is timestamps on each of the dinosaurs. On
Yeah,
all these labels here.
yeah.
In case they get messed up somewhere.
That one looks like a dragon. That's what they say. Dragon head, I think. This is the Pachycephalosaurus.
Friar Tuck.
Wow, I said it without even reading the bottom thing. I said it right. I didn't even read how, like they put down the bottom, how to pronounce it. I actually pronounced it right. That one back there, Pachycephalosaurus. When I read it, I said Pachycephalosaurus. And I was right. Yep. That's one of the T-Rexes they found it.
Very short arms, so it couldn't brush its teeth. That means its mouth was filled with bits of its last meal, filling its mouth with bacteria. When T-Rex went hunting, it would sometimes bite the prey that got away. If that happened, some of the bacteria from T-Rex's mouth might infect the wound, causing the prey animal to get sick. T-Rex could use its terrific sense of smell to track that prey down. Let's get out of here before that other Rex gets up our scent. On to the next area, the Triceratops. Park Ranger Marty can tell you all about them. They're his favorite.
Make sure to pause your audio tour until you reach our next dinosaur scene.
T-Rex.
See, look.
Yeah, he's showing stuff. That's what's holding the line up. It's very rude. Very, very rude to make you stop there so you feel like you have to buy something.
Same with the Triceratops' pen, and he's eating the Triceratops. Oh no, folks, this is terrible. That's my favorite Triceratops. Lisa, we've located the missing T-Rex. Lisa, do you copy? Oh no, this is terrible. Well, since we're here, Triceratops is an herbivore from the end of the Cretaceous period. That's the same time and place that T-Rex lived. Now, Triceratops means three-horned face for pretty obvious reasons. Scientists used to think that Triceratops used the frill on the back of its head to defend its neck from T-Rex. That seems like it would make a lot of sense, but there's actually evidence that when T-Rex did eat Triceratops, he would sometimes bite down on that frill and pull the Triceratops' head right off. That meant it was less of a shield and more of a pull tab on my favorite dinosaur. But that crest was still there for some reason. Most likely a display to attract mates or to scare away rival dinosaurs.
Look what it is.
Wait, I think that T-Rex is starting to notice your vehicle. Better make like a tree and bark out of here.
Uh-oh.
Well, the good news is, at least we're not going to see anything scarier or with a bigger bite.
He's eating it.
And now, for something scarier with an even bigger bite. Megalodon!
Oh, Megalodon. All right, that's stop.
The thing with it is just for like no cars to be here, but because of the shop there,
Yeah.
stop.
Mhm.
I think it tells you to stop there.
Yeah, it should. I don't see nothing. Yeah, it does say that. So stop here.
Yeah, it's creating like traffic up here.
What? Yeah. We shut it off so we could hear it when we. Look at him. He's so cute. And he's dead. That one's really cute.
He definitely got this on like Panorama or something.
I didn't do it. Somebody else did it. So you get to see more of them when it's not close up.
Yeah. Can't like zoom in or out.
Really?
In this mode, you can't do that.
What's that thing?
That's brightness,
Oh,
exposure.
that sucks.